me, she, her. It is Tuesday. This is our pop-in, you guys. I'm just getting off work. Praise the Lord. Ooh, it's been a long day. I haven't seen you guys since this morning. I hope you guys had a great day at work as well. Some of you guys probably still at work, but nevertheless, we are here for a good old pop-in. We got some news and some stuff to talk about right quick. Some tea to drop. Yeah. I've been getting my show together for Car Chronicles tomorrow. I got some really good topics. Some really good topics to talk about tomorrow. We'll have a good show for tomorrow. But nevertheless, I had some things that I did not get to finish. Ooh, I hate these bumps. Talking about this morning in Car Chronicles for this morning. So I said I would just do a pop-in to finish that because I don't want to save those topics for my new show for tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and knock it out today. All right, we ain't gonna do no recycled stuff. We want some new, fresh topics for you guys for the show tomorrow. But anyway, nevertheless, what I wanted to go over. Hey guys, I see y'all coming in. Hi. We already got up to 100 and something. Yay! Please go ahead and hit that like button as you're coming in. Okay. Yes, thank y'all for coming over and supporting. I appreciate it. Ooh, Lord of mercy. All right, so the first topic of discussion that I wanted to go over, it was an interview that I saw. I've been kind of watching this this mess between Carlos and Martell, child. It's something just seems really suspicious about the two of them, and I can't quite put my finger on it. And I'm putting my third eye on it. Usually my third eye don't lead me wrong, but I want to make sure I really know what I'm talking about before I just go ahead and say it. I don't want to say it yet because I got my third eye still investigating this thing. Something just seems off between the two of them. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it just seems very weird how Carlos is doing this little tour and going around on all these interviews with Martell. I've never seen him do that with anybody else from the cast. It just seems weird. I've never seen him do it with Tisha. Tisha, she go to all her interviews. She can't even talk good. That's who he really need to go to the interviews with to you know, be her damn interpreter. He don't go with her on no interviews. I just saw Kimmy just do an interview and nobody went with her, but he is going to all these different platforms and or interviews with Martell, like holding his hand and being his confidant and telling him, you know, little stuff to say and not say. Sitting in interviews laughing and cackling in situations that's very serious. As I was saying yesterday, y'all know Martell does not interview well. But they were at an interview with Dish Nation. I watch a lot of their interviews because I do like their panel. And they do have a lot of interesting topics, okay? So they were on Dish Nation, as I was saying. Carlos was sitting there with Martell, honey, with that same old brown. Martell had on that same brown suit that he wore, honey. I said, Jesus, Martell. Anywho. So Carlos King, there was a question asked. The interview was for Martell, but the interviewer stopped to ask Carlos King, what is his relationship with Burruss? Are they still not getting along? Are they friends? Like, what's going on between them? You guys know a while back, Candy did an interview where she was like in tears. She was hurt because she was saying that Carlos King is a snake. She don't trust him because he tried to take Escape's try to take their name and use it in a biopic without saying anything to her, and he tried to do it on the sneak tip and even went as far as interviewing Mama Joyce, which is Candy's mom, getting the information of the inside scoop of the group of stuff that nobody would know except people in the group, and that's really close to them. So he tried to be real slick to sit down with Mama Joyce and get information to put in this biopic that he was trying to put together on Escape. Upon Candy finding out, she was pissed about it because she was saying nobody should tell our story except Escape. So that kind of put her in a bad place with Carlos, and she went live to tell everybody that she don't fool with him like that no more, that she and Todd don't ever in life want to do business with them again. She would never ever F with him again. She was pissed. So Carlos now, he sits there on this Dish Nation interview, and he starts lying. I said, is he sitting here lying? I said, I know Martell's ass is sitting up here lying. But is Carlos gonna sit his ass up here on this damn stage and lie? It kind of, the question, you could tell it kind of caught him off guard. He didn't want to sit up there and say that him and Candy was in a bad space, and he didn't want to go into why. So he went on to say that they were in a great space and they were still friends and that the friendship was fine. What are you talking about? That's the shit he was doing. I said, I know his ass is not sitting up here doing that. So he is caught lying, you guys, on Big Tigger's radio show slash the on this interview with I'm sorry guys, I was looking at something ahead of me and it kind of threw me off. On this Dish Nation interview, I'm sorry, on his friendship with Candy Burruss, and after Candy, like I said, had already exposed him for being the snake that he is and saying that he was messy and that he was shady and that he was caught trying to steal the rights to Escape's life story. All right, so Candy was already saying she wasn't fooling with him no more. So Carlos says that he and Candy are in a good space, although, like I said, Candy did all this crying and poured out her heart about Carlos trying to do what he was doing. And even when, as far as this biopic thing, Candy had to, when she exposed him, he decided not to do it because he didn't want the backlash behind it. And I think Candy may have done some legal stuff to stop him from doing that because that was not his place to do it. Candy and Carlos used to be really close because Carlos used to do projects with Todd, who y'all know used to be, well, he still does. Todd does a lot of production and producing. So him and Carlos used to work together very, very closely. But now Todd don't even want to fool with him because of that. And I found that to be very crazy. But he set his ass up there talking about him and Candiace fine. Our friendship is fine. Candiace got my number. We talking. No, you do not, Carlos. No, you do not. Candiace said she never want to ever in life work with you because you a snake and you tried to do what you did to her. So why he set up that line like that was just so crazy. I said, I know his ass did not. So he says that he don't know what they were talking about in terms of what's going on with his friendship with Candy, in terms of any beef with Candy. And he says that his number, and he says that Candy has his number and that she can call him whenever she wants and that he's open to call her whenever. He's just waiting for her to call. So that kind of sounds like there was a rift there. First you said there's nothing going on, there's nothing wrong between you and Candy, but then you said she has your number, you have her number, but you're waiting on her to reach out to you. If y'all are cool like that, why is it that you can't pick up the phone and just sporadically call her and talk to her? Because she probably got your ass blocked and she don't want your ass calling her. That's what it looks like to me. And the whole time he was talking, Martel was sitting there with this grin because he knew it was total bullshit. Total bullshit. The entire interview, he sat there lying to gaslight. I said, I know damn well Candiace sitting here looking at this interview like, bitch, you lying. Since when have you talked to me since that complete situation went down? You and I have not spoke, and she don't have desire to speak to him. I said, I see why him and Martell hang so heavy the way they do, because they both be on the lying and the fraud and on the bullshit. And gaslight the hell out of people, and they make it try to sound so believable to where people kind of look at it and be like, oh, okay, you and Candy, y'all cool like that, knowing it's a damn lie. I said, this fool. I said, do he not know that we can see through the bullshit watching this? But he sat there and boosted up his relationship and his friendship with Candy, you guys, when he knows that he is on some snake mess. And used Mama Joyce to get this private information about Escape to run ahead of Candy and them, because they were already trying to put together a life story for Lifetime. They had already been talking to Lifetime about doing this life story for Escape. Carlos was trying to beat them to it to get this money and try to tell their story over Candy and them doing it. And that pissed her off. I would have been pissed about that too. I mean, how the hell you gonna tell something about me better than me when I lived it? I was there. Thank you so much for the membership, Goldie 411. Thank you so much, ma'am. How you gonna tell my story better than me and I lived it? And it's about me. Carlos. See, that's what I'm talking about. His damn focus is in the wrong place. You worried about something that ain't got nothing to do with you. You so worried about trying to make a quick coin, but you're not worried about what you need to in terms of this damn show that's tanking. Love and Marriage Huntsville, you telling everybody it's the #1 show. They just showed this 100th episode. I'm thinking this show might be over this season. This past episode, you guys, not to jump the gun too much, but this past episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville season 6, episode 4 only raked in 232 viewers. They said the lowest so far in Love and Marriage Huntsville history. 232,000 viewers. That's what the TV Deets had to say about this damn show. for season 6, episode 40. The one that they just showed. Reason for that is because a lot of people are not watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. They're signing on to YouTubers and content creators to watch the reviews. They're not watching this show. If you guys know, Melody is doing like the watch parties on Saturdays whenever the show actually come on to kind of, you know, spark the interest of the viewers again to watch the show. Okay? And I think that's something that maybe Carlos may have sat with her and tried to convince her maybe to do, to get people back watching. I know at one point she was going on a little tour to tell people to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville is coming back. You guys please watch it. We're heading on our 100th episode, blah, 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 blah. So while Carlos is out here doing this damn tour with Martel, his show is tanking. And I'm talking about he going on several platforms trying to promote Martel and get him out here talking about a suit line he's doing. That is irrelevant. When your show that you have poured all this time and energy in and got them running around here doing these fake damn storylines and telling people they got to get along or their asses is not going to have a job on this show, is fake. And the viewers are starting to see through the fake and they're not buying it. The show has done a complete 360 since season 1. And people are being forced to film with each other when you know that they don't get along, when they've been stabbing each other in the back. There's a lot of fake mess that's going on with the businesses of people that own these so-called businesses on the show, and fans are seeing through it and they don't want to support that bullshit. But you sit on a platform and you promote a person who has no business, who has nothing going on, and you sit up there and laugh and key, and parade him all over Atlanta and everywhere else of any platform of people who will accept him being on there, and you sit there and back him and co-sign him and hold his hand and prep him in terms of doing interviews when you know he's about bullshit. Martel is a dangerous individual who will not learn anything about business and who will not take any accountability. And when you promote that, people look at you, Carlos, in terms, let me talk to him just in case you watch my channel. People look at you in terms of you being the same fool that you sit up there beside and co-sign the bullshit and act just like him. And no one wants to support that. You are creating and promoting a monster. Martel needs to be set down. He needs to go through therapy, and he needs to focus on the next step in his life, which is getting better, not business. You cannot mask trying to have a business that keeps failing. That's just more money that you're putting out there that you don't have. That's more money that you're spending that you don't really have. When all you got to sit back, get yourself together, go through therapy, and find out why you keep doing the same shit back to back to back that keeps putting you in the same place that you are in. It's like you in Martel is like he's in quicksand. And Carlos King keep pulling him out, and he keeps winding up right back in that same spot in that quicksand, and he's drowning. And he's reaching out for Carlos to save him again, but it's not working this time. It's not working. People are not buying it. Carlos is trying to clean up Martel's image because he wants him to win so bad, but he don't have it in him to do it because he's not apologetic. He don't have that it factor, and you keep trying to pour into a person who is a lost cause. Martel is a lost cause. He's done a lot of shit to where women who support, I don't know a lot of men who watch their own network. So your biggest platform, your biggest viewers on this show are women. So when you promote a misogynistic, chaotic asshole and keep parading him around and supporting that, you continue to lose viewers on your platform, sir, because women who support you and who want to believe in you and watch a woman who have been through chaotic bullshit in her life to where she sit on your platform and cry because the motherfucker that you are parading around supporting continues to be uplifted while you diminish her. So women will not support you doing that when you diminish a woman who have been through that. If y'all understand where I'm going with that. We don't support that. Women are your biggest supporters on the OWN network. Just like I don't know a lot of men who watch Lifetime. That's a woman's type of channel. That's on period. The majority of your viewers are women. And when you sit on a platform and you co-sign and applaud the side chick being better than the wife, who is an honorable title. A wife is an honorable title. So you are trying to normalize a side chick being better than the wife on your platform, and you sit there and watch this woman cry her eyes out on your platform, and you have her on an interview on your platform and turn around and praise her after you've diminished her as a mother, as a wife, as an upstanding businesswoman, as a woman who held this motherfucker down, who mistreated her and damaged her children publicly. But you won't have the side chick on the show because you don't know what she's going to say in terms of putting your business out there. Because she might know some shit about you if she's telling everybody that Martell is suspect out here. So it's some shit that she knows, so you're going to keep her at bay. You don't want her on the show to tell nobody's business. But what you will do is put Martell up there and promote the bullshit as it relates to him and her. So you're praising her behind the scenes on a public platform, and you're diminishing the person who you're supposed to uplift, who pitched the show to you from the beginning. This is Melody's show. So you allow her to be bullied, and you sit your ass on Dish Nation and laugh and lie about relationships that you know are bullshit. Candy don't fuck with him the long or short way, and he know that. Melody don't fuck with Martell the long, short, middle way, back way, front way, side way, or any other way. And he knows that. But you sit up there and say that I want to do better with my wife. I miss my wife. Bullshit. Actions speak louder than words. You can see my eyes. It's me. It's Caramel. It's still me. It's still me. Actions speak louder than words. It just does. Don't keep telling me you love me. You're sorry for what you've done. Then you go into another interview and blame me for the bullshit that caused us to break up and get a divorce. You still have not become apologetic and taken ownership of the mess that you created. And I talked about it this morning. You still arguing with the side chick like she the wife. You still have not put her in her place as the side chick because she feels like she has some ownership and some allegiance over you because she got this damn bastard child across town. And I called him that. And I said the other day, I don't take that shit back. If God called him a bastard child, who am I to change that? I'm not going to normalize toxicity on my channel. I'm not going to cuten it up for people whose ears feel like saying somebody's child is a bastard child is just so wrong. Get mad at God. He made the word. That's what he called it. A child born out of the marriage is a bastard child. And Ariane is upset because her bastard child cannot be on the same level as of Melody's children who were born within the marriage. So she gets mad, and every time she see him with those children, she gets mad because she wants her son to have that same attention. That's what it is. That's why you keep picking a fight with him. That's why you keep going off. She don't give a damn about Melody's kids, who deserve to have a normal life. So that life has been ripped upside down, and she takes joy in that. Carlos takes joy in the toxic mess on this show, as he did on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is why he's not there anymore. And On is getting ready to drop his ass from this show. Watch what I tell you. And I'm going to speak that into existence because his ass need to go. He is doing too much bullshit as it relates to this show. And I'm tired of him using platforms to diminish women, to bully women, and allow women to get on there and show their ass and pull other women down. We as women, as queens, are supposed to uplift other women in business, in life, in marriage, in hard times. But we don't do that. Because of motherfuckers like that who don't like women, first of all, you don't have a heart for women to sit your ass up there and say, well, I think coleslaw is the whole meal. In what world? In what world? You sit beside a queen and you say out of your mouth that a side chick who has nothing, no reputable businesses, nothing going in her life, no education, nothing. She has multiple baby daddies. She's a menace to society and on social media. You promote that over a queen who is a boss, who have been to college, who has several businesses, who is a mother, and all her kids got the same daddy. This the bullshit he promote. And I want on to get rid of his ass because I am sick of Carlos King. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. I want to throw up in my damn car. That's just how sick of him I am. You cannot diminish women and have a heart for them at the same time. Pick a lane. Don't sit up there and tell Melody you care about her. That's my girl. That's my girl. When she became your girl? Before or after you diminished her publicly and saw this girl crying to the point where she held it together and had to go backstage and cry and say, I hate it here. I'm tired of the bullshit that's been going on here. This girl cried her eyes out backstage with your cameras in her damn face. Now you forcing her to film with people and telling them, if you don't get your shit together and continue to be toxic, I'm going to fire you. So they are forced to be toxic and fight with each other and pull each other down on a network of women who watch and support you. And you want us to continue to watch and support this channel and this damn show when it's toxic as hell. You mad because the viewers are low, because the views are low. But what are you doing to promote that? Your promotion and your attention is on a motherfucker that is out here wreaking havoc and dropping out babies all over damn town. Martell is promoting single motherhood all over town. And this is the mess Carlos King supports. This is what he supports. But you want us to stop our busy schedule and sit and watch this bullshit. And we don't supposed to say anything. Just sit and watch. Don't give your opinions. Don't say anything. You get mad at the bloggers because we point it out. But it's the truth. It's the truth. When as women do we stand up and say enough is a damn enough? When do we stop normalizing toxicity? When do we stop that? When do we stop that? Carlos King is so removed from reality, y'all. I look at him and I sat there and watched him in that interview. I said, he is so removed from reality to sit up there beside this fool. Martell, that's who we're talking about. The two of them have the same mindset, it looks like. Carlos King have a problem with Melody because he see the boss in her. This girl has her own production company, and she announced the other day she has something very big coming. So now he's going to go and promote Martell because he's upset at the fact that Melody is doing her own thing and she don't need him as much as she did when she first came to him to pitch this show. And you have people like that. As long as you need them, they kiss your ass and they give you whatever you ask for. But as soon as it look like you making it on your own and you don't need them, all of a sudden, you are the low vibrational one. You are the one that's not the one. You know what I'm saying? You're not the one no more. I'm going to do everything I can to pull you down, diminish you, talk shit about you, put you on a public platform and embarrass the fuck out of you. And I don't like that. Because you are a man. Men are supposed to be protectors. When you see her ex-husband jumping on these damn interviews, jumping on lives, doing all these little press tours to diminish her and pull her down, as a man, something in you as a protector, something in you should say, this is not right. I can't support this, Martell. You're my friend, but I got to put my foot down right here and say no. This is the mother of your kids. And that's his favorite thing to say. Melody is the mother of my 4 children. But you don't treat her as such. You gonna sit your ass up there talking about I'm hurting too. Bitch, you should be hurting. That's your way of not taking full responsibility. I'm hurting too. Why are you hurting when you was getting all the... Are you kidding me? Why are you hurting when you were getting what you wanted? What you hurting for? What's hurting you? I don't understand people that play that kind of game. Why are you hurting when you was getting all the coochie that you could get from here all the way to Atlanta and beyond? You all the way in DC paying bitches $4,000 to lay up with them. Why are you hurt when your ex-wife was home with a whole newborn baby waiting on your ass to come home while you out finagling and doing everything you were big and bad enough to do and telling her you were at the gym when she knew your ass was not at the gym, but you really was over there jumping up and down and doing push-ups on other bitches. That ain't the type of working out she was expecting your ass to be doing. And then turn around and stay with your stupid ass for 5 years, and then you want to sit up on platforms and give this, I'm the victim face, and when everybody feels sorry for you when you had a whole 5 years to get your shit together. Now we're supposed to stop what we doing to feel sorry for you? I digress. I'd rather pluck every motherfucking eyelash out of my eye, top and bottom row, than to feel sorry for his ass. And that's on period. Or Carlos. And we all know I don't want to do that shit. That is painful. Give me the tweezers, bitch. Let me start plucking. Start from this side all the way over and just pluck. I'd rather do that. I'd rather pluck every eyelash out of my eyes, top and bottom damn row, than to feel sorry for these two idiots that's on a tour looking stupid. And everybody's sitting there looking at their ass like, really? Really? You are hurt. What you hurt for? Because your wife would not put her mouth on your genitals that's been up into everybody else? She chose to save herself and not put herself in a situation to be walking around here with STDs and or AIDS because you wanted to run around? Really? Really? You are hurt because she chose not to get diseases and lay up with you, raw dogging with you, while you raw dogging with everybody else. Are we really on that type of bullshit, people? That makes no sense to me. I can't co-sign that kind of bullshit, or any type of bullshit for that matter. I don't have enough hours in my day to co-sign that, y'all. Carlos King need to wake up, sir. 232 views for your last episode, the lowest of Love and Marriage Huntsville history. That speaks volumes. People don't want to come on there and see. First of all, Martel. First, you started out the damn show this season with Betty, who is the biggest bully of them all. Wanda reincarnated. You thought that shit was funny. You had Betty on your platform, on your Carlos King podcast, sitting over there laughing your ass off at the fact that this woman disrespectfully talked, once again, about Melody. She couldn't get through her interview without mentioning Melody and switching her story up as to why she don't like this girl. And you sat there, Carlos King, and laughing like a little schoolgirl with them tight-ass nut huggers on. You thought that shit was funny versus shutting it down. So behind Melody's back, you on your bullshit, but when she in your face and sitting on your platform, she your girl. And you coming off as being a fake biatch, sir. And I'm going to say it right here on my channel. And y'all know I keep it all the way 1,000 on this channel. I don't hold my tongue. I will not hold my tongue. Period. Don't get in my face on the slick shit, because I can catch shade. I know shade when I hear it. And Carlos continues to do that. Thank you, Black Titanic, for being here, ma'am. Any other content creators that join, thank you for being here as well. I can catch some shade. Oh, I can catch some shade, baby. I can catch it, baby. I keep my catches mid on, baby, when it comes to that shade. And I can throw it right on back, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I respect Melody for being the boss queen and respectful individual that she is, because there's a lot of things that she can say because she got that sass about her, but she chooses to take the high road. I haven't grown that far yet. I don't know if I want to, because then people feel like they could just try you any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? When you always taking the high road and you don't check people and put them in their place, they always feel like for some type of reason that they can always just try you if you don't never check them and put them in their place. I haven't grown that much. And I don't even want the Lord to even work on me in that area, because I don't ever want to be tried to that point, to that degree. I just don't. Please, Lord, don't work on me on that. Let me keep that fire in me that let people know, okay, yeah, you tried it, and guess what? And you know what comes after the guess what? I don't want to work on that. I don't. Because people take advantage of you. And that is exactly what Carlos is doing with Melody. He knows that she stands to lose a lot, and she's not going to tarnish her reputation to be coming for him and snapping off on Martell. It's a lot of stuff that Melody could say in terms of putting Martell in his place. The things that he's done to her behind closed doors if she did an interview and or a live, if she went live to tell that shit, that would shut him down forever. He could never show his face on Love and Marriage Huntsville again or any other platform. He knows that, but he knows that she's not going to go there. Carlos knows that Melody is not going to go there because she has a lot to lose. And a little bit of her is still to the point to where she protects Martel because he is the father of her kids and she don't want to embarrass his ass like that. She can do that. And it's a dangerous thing for you to bother a person in that way and continue to stay on that nerve and keep saying stuff and doing little interviews and talking crazy and out the side of your neck about people when you know that they can shut your ass down like that. Absolutely. You better watch it with people because you can push them to a point to where they don't care anymore. I watched the interview with Melody, and I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. I went on live with her today. I was on there briefly. I was at work, but her live popped up, and I said, let me go on and see what she's talking about. She had this other individual on there, this particular female, where they were talking about mental, something with mental health or something like that. And Melody began to talk about some things that she was going through, and you could tell it's still a soft spot. She's still healing in some places because she became very emotional while she was talking about it. As it relates to the lady was saying that she had, I think her daughter was 3 years old and somebody threatened her life or whatever. She was saying that some things that she had gone through, it kind of messed with her mental health. As Melody started talking, she kind of started tearing up and you could tell her voice started cracking. The things that she went through, the traumatic experiences with Martell, some of those things just don't go away. And it's been 3 years that they've been divorced now, coming up on. It's some things in your life that it's going to take time. Time is the biggest healer. Time is the biggest healer. It's some things that this girl have not talked about that she has endured and gone through in that house that we will probably know about. And I said this before in another live. And this motherfucker keeps sitting on lives and playing victim. And that pisses me off when people do that. For her to sit there and tear up like that when she's trying to hold it together and she got her face beat, she looking good. For her to go through that and for her to be in that frame of mind and to start being emotional like she was is something that her mind replayed back something that happened that hurt her so deeply to where she felt like it's just the audacity when I gave everything and this person continues to play with me and sit up on platforms and do interviews and act like they are the victim when I am the one that's really hurt. When you sit up and say I'm hurt, I'm the one that's hurt, when you are the one that's doing the hurting. Some things just take time, you guys. Women, when you and a lot of you guys have gone through some things very traumatic, abusive relationships. You've gone through where your husband have stepped out on you. I don't know your business, and it's not for me to know. But as a woman who has a heart for other women, I am going to always use my platform to uplift women. Now I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna do that. Y'all know that about me. That's never going to change. But in terms of uplifting women and giving you guys something to take to the next level in your life, I'm going to always do that. I've been through some things in my life, and if I sat here and told you that, you'll be like, Caramel. Yes, Caramel have been through some things in my life too. But what keeps me going is my drive and my ability to be able to uplift other women because that uplifts me. That's why I talk about it. When I talk to you guys about stuff, I'm helping myself. That's my therapy. I'm very private. I don't like to tell my business. But when I'm talking about things and I'm uplifting you guys and I'm telling y'all what not to allow in your life, it's because I've been there. I've been there. To a point where I didn't even want to get out of the bed. And I know Melody have been through that. Because when you give yourself to a person, marriage, when you give yourself to a person and you have children, that's a bond. That's a different type of bond versus just going with somebody. Y'all get where I'm coming from. That's a different type of bond. You stood up there in front of God and everybody, and you look this person in the eye, and they told you, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to be there for you. And they do a 360 on your ass, and you standing there looking like, hey, it's me. I'm the same person that stood up there with you and took vows with you. Pushed out your children. I could have died. And you turn around and disrespect me to this magnitude. And then play victim. Martel was not a protector or a provider as a man. It's bitch assness. I gotta call it. You do not exude being a man. You exude bitch assness. And you lost everything, and that's what you get, and that's the way God rewards your ass when you do stuff like that. Because you didn't realize what you had in front of you, but now you do. And it took you losing everything you had before you can realize what you really had. And the devil made it look so good for you to be Ariane. He dressed her up nice. She sat behind them filters, and you were deceived into thinking you had something better than what you had at home. And now he look at Ariane in disgust. Every time you turn around, they fighting. He look at Ariane in disgust. He can't stand her. Because he blames her for losing everything. Which it's his fault. Because you had an option not to mess with her. But you were cocky with it. You were cocky with it. And that's how the Lord will break your behind down sometimes. He know how to break you down and take everything from you to where you got to look at yourself and be like, damn. He looking at Melody like, damn. She don't even want to speak to me. That's when you get to a point where you used to love a person so much to where they was almost damn near your everything. When you can just look at a person from across the room and they just make you smile. You go from that to not even wanting to look at this motherfucker no more. You don't even want to speak to them no more. You blocking them. She don't even want to speak to his ass when she's in the same room with him. Look at episode 4, what they just had out. When she sat across from him. She didn't even acknowledge him until she got ready to read his ass about asking about her feet. That's just how much disgust she has for Martell and the way that he's done her. And he still continues to do things. That's my problem with him. He come off as apologetic and do something else. Because he's immature as hell. And it's going to take him completely hitting rock bottom. And Carlos need to get out the way before he's moved out of the way by the Most High. Because he know how to move you out of the way. When he's dealing with a person, when they've done things to the magnitude that Martell has, you got to take your hands off people and just allow things to just happen. You can't save somebody like that. Because Martell is being spanked right now. He being spanked right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Certain people you cannot do wrong. It's not allowed. Melody has a certain thing about her. Certain people you cannot do wrong. You got to watch that, people. You got to watch how you talk to people. You got to watch how you treat people because you don't know who they're connected to. Martell forgot who Melody was connected to. He forgot. But he's remembering now. Oh, it's very clear to him now. It's very clear to him now. She's going through a phase where God is healing her heart. And you got to go through that, y'all. It's going to take a lot of nights. I'm not a crier. I've been to the point where I just did not want to get out of bed. My eyes water up and I'm just so G about mine. I just be like, I'm going to wipe that shit. I ain't even crying. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of making me cry. I'm like that when I get mad. If I do ever get so mad to the point where I'm crying, please clear the room. I'm that type. I'm a Leo. If I ever get so mad to where I'm crying, please don't be around me. Because I'm third level with my shit, like for real. But we have to be cognizant of the people we allow in our space, who you are connected to, because that's important. Who you give your heart to. Who you become one with. We talked about it this morning. Unequally yoked. Being unequally yoked. That all ties into that. It really does, guys. I promise you. When you are with someone who's secretly jealous of you, Martell was jealous of Melody, and it ate him up to the point to where he destroyed himself. Martell was headed for self-destruction as it related to him being married to Melody, and he didn't realize how much of a blessing she was to him until he lost it all. Now he's telling her, I've been laying up in my bed and crying. I can't even sleep at night. I got bags under my eyes. That's what you're supposed to have when you're getting whooped. That's what you're supposed to have. You getting whooped, sir. Whoopings hurt. Whippings hurt. They hurt. You're supposed to. You're supposed to be crying. You cry when you get whooped. Y'all get where I'm going with that? Carlos is coming over there putting band-aids on and making it look like everything is okay. God snatching him right back off. Like, I ain't done with you. Get back in here. That's what he's giving Martell. These interviews that he's going on is going nowhere. He ain't done being whooped. You got some more whooping to come to you, sir. He ain't done with you. You got some more nights that you got to cry with your eyes bulged out. You got some more sleepless nights you got to go through. Because every night that your ex-wife went through having some sleepless nights and could not sleep, had to go in her closet and be scrunched up in the fetal position because of stuff that you've done to her, every time you raised your voice and disrespected her, you got some more whooping, sir. You do. You do. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. You got some more whooping coming your way. And the person that's whooping you don't get tired. That's the kicker. Mom and daddy, mom and daddy back in the day, they give you a few swats and then they're done with your ass. You're dealing with a person that's whooping you that don't ever get tired. So you're looking at a morning, noon, night, vacations, holidays, all that shit. You about to get all that in one. And they look like he done whooping you and he got some more. And every time you act out and do mess that you should not do and say stuff that's out of order, you got some more whooping and you only prolonging your karma. People don't realize that. When you do people wrong, you only prolonging your karma. You already got karma. So you only prolonging it. Thank you so much for the super chats. You only prolonging it when all you got to do is stop and sit your ass down and reflect. He ain't smart enough to even do that. He ain't smart enough to stop his mess and sit down and realize that the stuff that you are going through is called karma and you are prolonging your karma. That go for anybody when you mistreat a person. Every time you start your mess, you prolonging it. That's on period. We're going to get up off it because I think y'all get the point. I think y'all get the point. The two of them freaking frack, baby. Carlos, you helping prolong it, his whooping. And you're going to get a whooping if you keep messing with him. From the one up there. You going to, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep right on promoting that mess. And it's so sad. I hate that this show is taking the direction that it is. It's sad. This is Melody's baby. This is her show. People are not supporting it, and that hurts her. I know it does, because this is not the direction that she thought that this show was going to go. But when you have somebody who have intentions of being toxic and promote toxicity just for ratings and for he's and ha-has, as Aunt Ann would say, I don't see anything funny about the direction of this show at all, period. It's nothing funny about it. It's nothing funny about degrading a woman. Carlos don't like women, and it shows. He don't like women. Let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, child. You got me in here hollering, honey. I had to get that out of me, baby. I said, I can't hold on to that tomorrow. Hope y'all enjoying so far. Got some little teaching moments. Had to get a little biblical on you guys and do a little teaching. Y'all know I like to do that. I gotta make that thing real, because y'all totally understand where I'm coming from as women, baby. Women, protect yourselves out here. Protect yourselves. You got to. If you don't do it, nobody else will. I'm real big on supporting and uplifting women. That's what I do over here. Now the ones that need to get read down, I got you on that. Some people need to be read. I'm sorry. Some people need to be read and dragged. But on a serious note, I'm about women and uplifting. I'm about leaving nuggets. I'm about sharing things that's going to help somebody get to the next point in their life. Because everybody go through things. And everybody, like me, everybody don't like to talk about this stuff. But I like for you to be able to log on my channel and I say something where you be like, oh, God, I've been thinking about that, Caramel. Girl, you hit the nail on the head. Thank you for saying that. I want to be that content creator. I want to be her. Okay? And I'm gonna say some stuff that's gonna make you guys laugh too, to kind of get out of your funk. And that makes me feel good to read the comments and say, Caramel, I was going through hell today. This has been a horrible day for me. Or I got some bad news from the doctor, but I was able to go on your channel and you had me cracking up to the point where I didn't even think about what I was going through. I'd like to hear that. That lets me know I'm doing my job as a content creator. Because we're not going to always have serious moments. But then when we do have serious moments, I want to make some points to people of something that can help you get to the next level. Okay? Because as women, we go through a lot. And we don't always have that go-to person that we can talk to. But if you can log on my channel and get some real true tea, honey, and some real solid stuff, then that's what it's all about. Let's move on to the next thing. I saw something, you guys, that was very rather interesting to me about Scholt Industries, which is Tisha and Marceau's alleged business. I'm finding out that as of March the 7th of 2023, you guys, that Tisha is not even listed as a business owner for Scholt. I was like, what? And I do have the receipt. I will show it whenever we go to for Dragiversary. Okay, y'all know I always have receipts. If I'm talking about something, obviously I got a receipt for it, because I don't like to talk about it if I don't. But upon me looking up some stuff, I was like, wait a minute, what? Because what was said in the beginning was that Melody sold Scholt to Tisha and Marceau after she got it off the ground. But it's looking like Martel is still one of the owners and or has some type of connection to Scholt. So maybe he was never taken off the business, because Tisha's name is listed nowhere on there. And I'm going to read off what I have to you guys, because I was very thrown aback by this. I was like, wait, because you own the show talking about you a boss, that you're 80% owner and you 70 this percent. 1 minute you 75%, another second that you're 85% owner. And it's crazy to me that your name is nowhere on there, but Marceau's is. Martell's is. But y'all did do an episode where it looked like Martel was coming to you to ask you for a job for a business that he's already still on. That is crazy to me. I said, see, this is the fake mess I'm talking about with Carlos damn King. This gaslighting and lying. So it says the agents reporting for Scholt's company, okay, is Martel Holt, all right? Martel Holt. They give the address for the company, which they say is in Nashville, Tennessee. The location of this company, Scholt Industries, is located in Huntsville, Alabama. Why they keep putting Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, I don't know. I smell some bullshit somewhere, okay? But yeah, Martel's name is listed as an agent for Scholt Industries, you guys. I find that to be very weird. Now, for the secretary of Scholt Industries is their sister. The one I always be talking about that had a chicken in her purse. The one that used to work at Maurice's Credit One, that used to answer the phone and be avoiding people when they call and was asking for their money back because their credit won't get fixed. The real thick sister that I said like to hang out at Golden Corral a lot. I got to break it all the way down so y'all know who I'm talking about. Their sister, they call her Millie for short. Millie Scott is listed as the secretary of Scholt Industries. I was like, oh, really? Oh, really? And for the president, of course, for the president of Scholt Industries is Marceau Scott. All right. Tisha's name is nowhere listed on the paperwork for any type of ownership for Scholt Industries. Is that not crazy, you guys? I was like, wait a minute, what? I already revealed to you guys that Black has like 7 owners. So it's not just Tisha and Marceau, as everybody keeps trying to say. There's several people that have their hands in the pot for this company. They don't own it outright, just the 2 of them. The same way that they don't own outright for chocolate in a bottle. This white labeled, and another company owns it, and it came from another company in Belgium where they white labeled it from. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because I already dug it up and I showed receipts when I did a live on it before. So they don't own that outright either, but they're promoting it, and even had to go as far as changing the labeling on their chocolate in a bottle because it was given fraud and misrepresentation. There's like 7 people that own Black. Now, Tisha's name may be on that. I'm going to have to dig and find out if her name is actually on Black. But as far as Scholt Industries, whenever it was sold over, from what it's looking like to me, and they're saying as of 3/7/23, March the 7th, 2023, Tisha's name is not listed anywhere on the business. And I don't know if maybe Marceau went ahead and did some crazy outlandish shit to take Tisha's name off, because maybe he planning to do something, maybe leave. I don't know. But she is not listed on there, period. What y'all think about that? I was blown by that shit, because I was like, Tisha, you are on national television telling everybody that you own 80% of Scholt Industries. Now, I get it by way of your husband. That is still you guys' business, because anything accumulated during the marriage is split down the middle. Okay, so you kind of indirectly own it, but you don't, because your name is not listed on there. So I don't know if this is one of Marceau's slick doings, but he hurried up to make sure his sister's name was on there. And I don't know how the hell Martell's name is listed on there as an agent, because he don't even possess a builder's license unless he's going to be allowed to work under Marceau's. Because Marceau did just get his builder's license renewed. So maybe he's going to allow at some point in time, if he allows Martel to be working, because he is listed as an agent for Scholt Industries to be doing projects, maybe, just maybe, he's going to work under Marceau's license. And I keep saying Marceau is never going to completely leave Martel alone, because Martel knows a lot of shit about Marceau that Tisha don't even know yet, because he said it at the reunion. If Tisha knew some of the things that Marceau is involved in or have been involved in, that it would blow her mind and it would make her cry. So I don't think that Martel and Marceau are going to ever leave each other completely alone as friendship or in business. And Martel knows how to get whatever he wants out of Marceau, because his go-to is always to reveal and or tell his shit. So Marceau don't want stuff told, which is probably why Martel's name is still listed somewhere in the mix with this Scholt Industries. And it's so weird to me that your own wife, who's running around telling everybody that she's part owner, is nowhere listed. I can't even lie about it. And I'm going to show the receipt for Dragiversary, because I got it. And y'all know I got it, because I ain't going to sit here and tell you I got it if I don't. We'll put a period there, burn. So Wanda, y'all running around talking about the Scott's ATMs. They got all this money. I got to digress. Real bosses, they ain't got to have 7 people to jump in the pot to run a company. Melody don't have but one person that own her businesses. Don't nobody own Melody's businesses but her. Okay? And she can say that and prove it. The Scotts, not so much. Real bosses ain't got to have all them people jumping in. And like Wanda was saying, she had to go see her lawyer, and several people in her family chipped in. That's what broke people have to do. We got to keep it 100. That's what broke people have to do. You got to have several people chip in versus going and doing it yourself. Y'all on national television flexing like y'all real bosses, and y'all making moves out here, and y'all got all these jobs and companies and stuff that y'all working, and it's all lies. So I had to go on and reveal that and put that on out there so you guys can see what's going on with that. Okay? But I'm gonna get off here. Thank you guys for joining me today and getting a little teaching and listening to me hollering, honey, and putting some stuff out there and giving my insight on how I feel about certain things. This situation with Carlos and Martel, and now this situation with Scholt Industries, baby. We had to go on and put that out there, because y'all know we do not sit on receipts over here. No, we do not. We do not sit on receipts. But thank y'all for joining. Please hit that like button. What we got in here? Ooh, child. Y'all is in the house today. Thank y'all. Please go and hit that like button, okay? Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for any cash apps that you may have sent. I really appreciate your support over here. Again, thank you guys for over 9K subscribers as well, because y'all support your girl real heavy, and I love you guys down for that. Thank you, Black Titanic, for being here, ma'am. You know I love you all the way down, and any other content creators that have joined us as well. All right, thank you, mods, for doing a great job of keeping the trolling down in the chat, and thank you, Caramellians, for being here and loving me back. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We will see you guys tomorrow for Car Chronicles. All right, thank you and goodbye.